Shivchi thali thali rozan, mozan yunte Musalman. Shivchi
Thali
thali thali rozan,
rozan.
mozan yunte Musalman. Bozkas pan praznam, suichi sahib sitla.
Shiva dwells in everything. Stop dividing people into Hindu and Muslim. Just know your heart. This is a timeless call to unity. And welcome to another episode of Beyond Jahannam, where we uncover the famous, not so famous, and forgotten figures of Kashmir. Today, we are diving into the life of the most famous, Lal Ded, the mystic poetess who turned 14th century Kashmir upside down with her raw, unfiltered wisdom. उन्होंने पूरा रीराइट ही कर दिया, you know, how people think. Lal Ded or Laleshwari was a rebel, a philosopher, and a woman who said, forget rituals, अपने अंदर झांको, and don't judge me for wandering without clothes.
Wow, like she was unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Such a busy रलित शायद खुदा ऐसे पूरा उसमें रलित है मिसल मगर इस बात को वापस थ्रू शतीश famous, right? So let's just go there and we see that she was not just a poet, right? She was a game changer.
Yeah.
Her poems were like mic drops every time. मतलब amazing. मैंने 2 lines इससे पहले आपके सामने बोली थी आमिर कि शिव जो थैले थैले रोज़ान, right? So it's no chill, it's straight to the point. कोई बकवास नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, सीधा to the point है.
कुछ relevance जो था you know at today's world, you know जहाँ हम झगड़ते रहते हैं on religion. So like you said, it's simple but it's hard. खैर तुम्हें लच्चारुक मैं ज़्यादा पाई personally, so if you can just enlighten us on that, yeah.
Sure. So Lal Ded, she was born in Pandret, Tehsil Pandret, Srinagar Mazak Jai, and she was born in a Brahmin family, Saraswat Brahmin family. So मतलब यम time एक सारी खुद elite, you know, educational family she is from that family, but not so empowering.
Okay, so छत ऐसा, बत ऐसा, maybe खत ऐसा लिखने के तरह. But let's be real. It was, you know, like you said, it was 1300s, and girls weren't exactly handed the mic, but still she was sharp. Her inner wisdom was great than her outer rituals. Yeah,
absolutely. मतलब सच में बिल्कुल ही बढ़िया तेज है ना. Like when I say तेज, I meant like extremely brainy.
Yeah.
But brace yourself. तुमन को खानदर यम साथ तुमन उमरस बाह. Again, Brahmin family मंजी को तुमन खानदर. यम मतलब माली total nightmare. Mother-in-law, she was savage. मतलब वारियाक famous हुआ क्योंकि Lal Ded जो इसमें खावन निलवट. Nilote matlab there used to be stones under her rice. So just imagine that.
I think just to showcase that there is lot of rice above, and stones, but there were stones beneath. And this reminds me of our previous episode, Habba Khatun. Timothy's almost similar tragic life story. And you know, generally society is obsessed with rules, and you know, here's a woman, Lal Ded, chanting, why chase shrines or mosques? I found the divine inside me, no middleman needed. But I'm a little inquisitive. Did she have a guru or a saint who taught her something?
Absolutely. I think सारी जितने भी मुझे लगता है मैंने आज तक सुना है famous personalities के बारे में, they always have someone, you know, who as a guide or a spiritual teacher or a leader. उनका भी teacher था सिद्धा श्रीकांत. He was the one who introduced her to the Shaivite Hinduism, and it is at a time when there were a lot of things happening, you know, in Kashmir. Kashmir was in flux Islam aa raha tha, there were a lot of people who were coming to Kashmir with different ideas, Sufism and all of that. Usne ye sari noise hata di. She rejected everything and she said, I ignored the pandits and priests. My mind was my guru and God was in me. So that's how I think that's how she rejected everything and you're like, okay, I don't want all of that. I'm with God. And Nundrishi was again one of a very, very famous personalities around that time. I think he also carried on from
exactly. Nundrishi, and also known as Sheikh Nuruddin Nurani, took Lal Ded's vibe, if I may use that word, and ran with it. Lal Ded's rejection of dogma and her call to find God within. You see it in Nundrishi's Kashmiri poetry as well. Who also spoke to common folk, mixing Sufi mysticism with her Shaivite oneness. So he even built a spiritual order, the Rishi movement, that vibed with a boundary breaking spirit. But back to Lal Ded, her walking naked. Wasn't that a bit extreme?
Shanbasa, I don't think so, because एक बार जब आपको पता है कि आपका connection दुनिया के साथ है ही नहीं, it's with the one and only, I think it's okay. It wasn't for shock. I think her nakedness, it symbolized shedding ego, identity, everything. And she was saying, always, I'm not this body, this caste, this gender, I'm one.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would not agree to us, but honestly, this is beyond our own comprehension. They were somewhere else.
Absolutely.
One of our Vakhs goes like, I wore myself out searching for God, then realized I am that.
Yeah.
But let's be clear. She wasn't claiming to be God. She meant we are all connected to the divine, carrying its spark within us. It's about unity, not arrogance. That's why Hindus and Muslims both cherish her today, and her, and why her words inspired saints like Nundrishi. So just wanted to understand more, and I'm sure our viewers would also want to know about her end. Was that a saintly exit as well?
उसके बारे में आमिर ज़्यादातर रिकॉर्ड्स में तो कुछ है नहीं, like there is no grand finale as such recorded. मतलब कोई ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ वो जन्नत में चली गई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं मिलता है हमें academics में. But she likely passed around 1390s, but her words वो तो हमेशा के लिए that have passed down orally for centuries, and I think that is one of the earliest literature जो अभी हमारे पास है.
Yeah. So final thoughts. We are in 2025. Azik look, they have a lot of things to watch. Why should someone really care about Lal Ded?
I think she is absolutely relevant today because आजकल के ज़माने में बहुत सारी चीज़ें नेगेटिविटी फैलाई जाती है कि ये करो तो वो होगा, वो करो तो होगा. If we go by her saying, it's like, don't be fearful, just believe in yourself, have your connection with the divine, and life will be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And stop boxing people into Hindu, Muslim, rich, poor,
absolutely,
man, woman, for that
just
matter.
imagine that thought.
None of that matters when you tune into your own soul, like Lal Ded did. So let's close with another of Lal Ded's famous Vakhs, To Feel Her Fire. And we'll straight away go to the translation. I think we will not do justice by reciting it in Kashmiri, which is very difficult even for us, unfortunately. And it goes like, my heart's lamp burned through love's longing. Who's true, who's false, I see it clearly now. With that light, I found my ease, and that's how you know the true master.
Wow.
She's saying light to inner flame, and truth reveals itself. Not that she's God, like you said, but that we are all part of the same divine light, And Nuruddin Nurani also said in this in a similar way. Yeah.
God, I think this is too much. I think her personality is too much to fit in one episode, I believe. So I think that's it for our today's episode on Lal Ded, Kashmir's original no filter mystic. If you guys vibed with this, please share it with a friend who thinks enlightenment needs a selfie filter.
Yeah, and next time we might dive into someone who danced into divinity or shouted at trees. I mean, saints are wild, but like I said, beyond our worldly comprehension. So stay tuned to Beyond Jhelum and wait for our next episode. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, guys.